Hi, my name is George Nenni with Generations Digital, and welcome to our Google Analytics 4 training series designed specifically for car dealers. Today, we're going to talk about the Automotive Standards Council, the specification they developed for Google Analytics 4, and what that's all about. So you may have heard some rumblings about the ASC Specification. ASC stands for Automotive Standards Council. The Automotive Standards Council was formed by Brian Pash in March of 2022 in an effort to bring together and standardize the way that events are described in Google Analytics 4. And we applauded the effort. We loved the specification when it was released in November of 2022. It's had an update. It was updated in June of 2024. And we're going to talk about and look at that specification and what it really means for automotive. The ASC specification really lays out a very nice framework for how we should name events in GA4 for things like phone calls, click-to-call, form submissions, form engagement, dynamic number insertion from phone tracking companies, voice events, all those things, creating a specification for standardizing those so that if dealers switch from one vendor to another, that they have very little work required, and that all the vendors are counting their things in the same way. In addition, the most important part of that specification, I think, is the parameter data that was established. So what does that mean? So with GA4, you can have parameters, little pieces of data that live within the events. So we might have an event, for instance, for like a form submission, a form completion. That's pretty simple. The website fires an event when the form is completed, and Google Analytics 4 counts that. Well, inside of that event, we're able to embed 35 pieces of data, pieces of information that can help us with tracking on those lead forms and give us more robust reporting. For instance, if a lead form is completed on a VDP, we can know anything from that page. We can know the vehicle VIN number, the stock number, the year, make, model of the vehicle, the color of the vehicle. We can know the color of the button that the person clicked on. We can know the text that was on that button. We can know the first seen date for that piece of inventory. So if it's a used piece of inventory, we can know how old that car is. So think of how that unlocks so many reporting opportunities. Instead of getting a count for last month, how many lead forms did I get? Now I can get a breakdown, new versus used versus CPO, or vehicles over 90 days old, or vehicles under 2 weeks old. And so it only limited by your imagination. So let's talk about those parameters. Let's show you how to find those. Here we are on the home page of Google Analytics. And if you just go to the reports menu, you can see over on the left, we'll choose reports. And then we're going to choose engagement, and then we're going to choose events. And now we're going to see a list of all those events, and we can see some of the ASC events. Let's just choose ASC Media Interaction. That's tracking any type of interaction that the user has with photos or sliders or any kind of media on the website. So when we choose this now, the next screen is going to break down some of those parameters. So as we come down here, com status, that's a parameter. It doesn't really apply to media interaction. It applies more to communications like from a messaging provider. Page type, whenever we see item, that means VDP. When we see item list, that means SRP. And so we can see those. You've got a lot more VDPs than you do SRPs in terms of where media interaction is taking place. Now we've got item make. So here's all the vehicles that had media interaction on them. There's the models of the vehicles. We can keep going down here. It really breaks down anything with item underscore. Item means vehicle, and that happened on a VDP. So you won't always have things that occurred on a VDP or media interaction that happened on a VDP, but often you will. Item number is stock number. Event owner. So this is a Dealer Inspire website, and it looks like there's some Impel events firing, most likely for their messaging tool on there as well. The year of the vehicle and so on. So how do we learn more about these? How do we find out what all the parameters are that might live underneath media interaction? I'm going to flip over here. Now we can see the Automotive Standards Council specification, and you can download this. If you just Google Automotive Standards Specification, you'll get to their website and you can request and download this document. But the nice part is it breaks it down. So if we look at form submission, And within the ASC form submission event, we've got all these department events. We can see voice submission. These are all having to do with call tracking companies. They would fire those type of voice events. Form submissions would be fired from things like websites or trade tools or digital retail tools. There's click to call. And so when we look at one of these events, if we look at click to call here, and then we kind of arrow over here to the right, we can see all the different parameters, okay? So we can have event owner, page type, and you can see all those different parameters that can be set up. And as you go through the specification, it will show you examples of different values you can have with parameters, and you can map this all out. It is quite a robust specification. It makes our job much easier. We love it and we applaud it, and Automotive is lucky to have it. And so as you're dissecting all your different events in GA4 and you're looking at your parameters, grab a copy of the spec so you can be able to go through the specification and learn more about each event, each parameter within that event, and so on. So I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for watching. If you want to learn more about me and our company, Generations Digital, you can visit our website at www.generationsdigital.com. If you want to learn more about Google Analytics 4, you can find my book on Amazon by just searching for my name. It's called A Car Dealer's Guide to Google Analytics 4. You'll also find I've got a couple other books up there on automotive digital marketing, and also a book on Google Business Profile for car dealers. If you've liked this video, please like the video and subscribe to our channel so you'll know when new content comes rolling in. But for now, signing off here, George Nenni from Generations Digital, and thank you again for watching.